Easter. It was my mom's birthday, so I went to go visit my family and celebrate my sister's birthday as well.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew, he brought up this game, and I was just like, what the hell is this? And he's like, it's Gang Beasts.
Gang Beast?
Gang Beasts.
Okay.
I think I rented that.
Stop.
And they're like these little clay figurines that you can change the colors in their outfits or their characters, and they just fight. But it is the most bizarre looking thing where they just move like those inflatable men.
Wacky Wild Inflatable, I'm flailing too, man.
So they keep hitting each other, and it's a really fun game.
Oh, I seen it. It's arena style, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can do like soccer. There's different types of the fighting that you can do.
Yeah.
And it was really bizarre, but it's so addicting because it's like, if you don't know how to play the game, you're pressing buttons and trying to figure out how to defeat these things. But my nephew kept beating everybody in that house. And my daughter was playing it, so you just hear her just like, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
And just screaming and just laughing. It's a fun game. It's on the
So I'm imagining something like Super Smash Brothers.
No.
No?
I mean, from what I've seen, like they're like very like she
Mario
said,
Party?
No. So they're in random scenes. Like you could be on a moving truck.
Oh,
that thing. Do they dress up as animals
Yeah.
too though? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But maybe this isn't the same game though.
That's the game.
That's the game you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen another game that the characters look more like animals. Like these are like cartoony animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like those look like almost like plushes. Even do they have like plushes costumes or something?
Kind of.
What
do you see? Like there was like a cat one,
Yeah.
an alligator. There's one that looks like poop.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Why not?
And then I kept going as the granny.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. They're just weird because
Funny, yeah.
she growls.
She growls?
And they make weird sounds.
Granny.
But the way they move, they're just like,
Yeah.
And then
Because it can grab you and throw you
Yeah.
and stuff like that, right?
if you don't know how to do
I don't
it,
think so.
Yeah. Granny's grabbing you and throwing you. Sounds like your thing.
yeah.
I wouldn't fight it. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, no, you could be on elevators and you can like cut the elevators while the other person's falling. Like you just have to make sure that other person dies.
Is one of them on like a submarine? Like is one of the levels a submarine?
Not a submarine, but it's like a boat, but it does sink.
But
okay, there
got
are
it.
sharks that are jumping at you at the same time. So.
Yeah. So that I have seen this. That it's funny. It's so
a
funny.
funny game.
Yeah.
And then when there's one where you're like in an aquarium and the octopus tentacles
Not
come
an
out.
aquarium.
And you see the fish just staring at you, trying to get away from the tentacles while you're fighting the opponent.
Oh my God.
And once you're in water, you drown.
No. Look,
Same.
have we talked about this before? Like that I have this like ungodly fear of being underwater.
Yes.
I've told you that, right?
Yeah.
So so I'm just picturing what you're talking about. It's freaking me out. But in Deceive Inc., there's one of the
You should have
levels.
seen him during Finding Nemo.
The Finding Nemo ride at Disneyland. Did we go together to the fight? Yeah, I turned colors. And then on top of that, it didn't help that this guy smelled next to me on top of that. Yeah, so a bunch of different fears. Like you're like being kind of claustrophobic. This guy smells. That's
I
a
think
fear.
that guy went to watch Quantumania with me.
And then being underwater, I was sick. Like I just felt sick after that, like Nemo ride.
Every time I want to go to that thing, it's shut down. I've never been on that ride.
See, and then you die. I'm not trying to do that.
They saw how Jaime reacted, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna lose somebody if we keep it open."
They were going to that day, yeah. But so that level was freaky. And in Deceive Inc., there's like a giant aquarium where you see a freaking killer whale, and I'm just like, just get me out of here. Got to run by the aquarium. That's terrible. It's terrible. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But that game, it's hilarious.
That's cute.
Yeah.
You started God of War?
I did. And then I stopped because
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, the storyline is a little, I don't know the storyline.
Oh, you didn't play the first one?
No.
Oh.
I just went straight into
Like the 2018
the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is what
I can let you
games.
borrow it if you want to play that one.
mine is digital only.
We had this conversation, Jaime.
He
Oh,
wasn't in. He
did
didn't
we?
pay attention in the
He
group.
didn't.
No.
Where was I? Oh, in the group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I assume you just go back and read. I read
You could assume that. That's a thing you can assume.
because you just end up like jumping.
I just
in
put
with an
LOL.
LMFAO.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I haven't read it.
Right. Exactly.
that means I did. Spoilers. Just so you guys know, I tried and I saw one thing that was funny and I replied to that one thing. No, but okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's when I discovered. I guess this storyline is in Norse,
Yes.
but 2018 is Greek.
No, it's also Norse.
Is it
Yeah,
Norse?
yeah.
So-
Everything before that, there's like 5 or 6 games
That's
before
what
this.
I saw. I was like, wait, there's so many.
Yeah,
other
you
I
don't-
thought there was only 4.
There was God of War 1, 2, and 3, Ascension. Oh, so it is 4? There was one more, wasn't
It
there?
was like some,
I saw about 6.
I feel like there was like 5 or 6.
but
as well.
because I thought some of those were like the handheld ones that aren't really
Yeah.
canonical.
Yeah, there's a handheld one that was like a mobile game or something like that. What's going on?
For the what was the PlayStation one called? The PSP.
I typed in God of Ear. So God of War 1, 2, and 3 games. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1 and 2, Betrayal and Chains of Olympus. I think those were mobile games. God of War 3, Ghost of Sparta. Ghost of Sparta, yeah. So that's or then the Ascension. So that's what, 5?
Sure.
1, 2, and 3, Ghost of Sparta. I'm trying to remember what Ghost of Sparta was like.
I don't know.
Yeah, Ghost of Sparta. Oh, PSP. That's probably why you didn't play it. Did you play PSP?
No.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why you didn't play it. And then they released like a big set with those included too.
I didn't play any of the Greek mythology.
You
ones.
didn't play any of them? They were
I
so
never had a
good.
PlayStation.
They were
Plus,
so good.
They're they seem very very hack and slash type gameplay, which I was never really a big fan of.
Oh. But isn't this one kind of like that?
No, this one you have like a over the shoulder camera view, as opposed to the other one where like you see basically the whole thing, like Devil May Cry
Yeah.
or Ninja Gaiden.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Like it feels like you're just mashing buttons at some point.
Yeah, so there was 1, 2. I don't remember.
All right, this
Chains of
isn't
Olympus.
important.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, but no, there was like 5 or 6 games in the beginning.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to play the one before this one.
At least, yeah.
To get the idea of why Freya is upset. I believe he killed her son.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, okay. They are part of, I don't even know how to pronounce this planet or wherever they're from.
Asgard.
No, that's
Oh, there's Midgard, Asgard,
the J one.
Jotunheim.
That one.
Yeah, oh, the
giants.
realms. The realms.
Yeah. So I was just like, wait. And I started thinking about Marvel, like Thor's
Yeah.
Asgardian and Odin and all of that. And then the little Atreus, he's supposedly Loki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so they're the giants. And then there is Freya, Asgardian.
She is Asgard. No, she is from a different realm. Because you visit her realm at some point. It's not Niflheim or Svartalheim. I don't remember. But yeah, she's from a different realm.
Okay. That's why I'm like, I think I need to go back to
I think
find
it is
the
Nick.
Yeah.
storyline because I'm like, I got a little lost.
Yeah, play the first. Yeah, like the first one. Yeah, play that one because you don't have to go back to the Greek mythology one. It's really good though. I love those.
No,
games.
I love Greek mythology. So
Yeah.
I was just like, I will go back, but to play this one, this current one right now, I want to do the 2018 one.
Yeah, definitely. It's worth it either way. Yeah.
I actually didn't finish the 2018 one when I played Ragnarok.
Okay.
The game does give you that option to watch the recap.
It did.
But it's very minute.
Oh, yeah.
Right. It
It
Yeah.
just gives you like the main
the
points.
main points.
Yeah.
But I
That's how
like,
you knew about Freya and her son, right? Mm-hmm.
but I was just like, I like story,
Yeah.
so I want to go back.
Yeah.
So I can know the full story, not like, why did he kill her son? You know,
How far did you play into it? You said how many minutes? Like barely anything.
barely.
She's like, I walked out of the cabin.
Yeah,
Mimir died. Not Mimir. That's
that's the head, right? Yeah.
The wolf died.
Oh yeah. Okay, that was really early on.
Yeah, and then I stopped because I started reading because I was just like,
Fenrir.
thank you. Because I was like,
No.
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about the other one that he was taking, the girl dog that he was like really like taking care of at first. Well, no, I'm sorry. The Fenrir was the one that died, but then he was really watching over the first female dog that he had with him on his journey in the beginning. That I remember. I don't remember her name though, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, but that's where I stopped. We're looking for Atreus because he never came back from burying.
Oh, okay.
Fenrir.
Yeah.
And then I stopped because I started reading because I was like, what happened to the wolf? Like, what happened to it? So, yeah.
Yeah, because when I started Ragnarok, I hadn't finished 2018. I just decided at some point, like, I'm just not going to play this game. Because when I got it alongside of The Last of Us. And I made the mistake of playing The Last of Us first. And then I played it again. And I played it again.
Yeah.
And eventually I just forgot to play
Go back.
2018.
Yeah.
But finishing Ragnarok made me go back and finish the 2018 one too. And now I think Ragnarok has the new game plus, which I should go back and play now because I've been waiting for that. But yeah, the story's really cool. I watched a lot of YouTube videos for the Greek mythology one because I'm not going to go back to those older games.
Right.
But yeah, it's super cool story. You have Kratos who it's funny because it reminds me of Scorpion King, like that story where he asked the god for an army basically, and Ares gives him what
he wanted. Yeah.
Yeah. And another thing, I wanted to know what happened to Faye.
Oh, his wife?
Yeah.
I don't think they really. Oh, you could play the first game, but I don't think we got a lot of detail about it, right?
You see her a lot more in Ragnarok.
Okay.
Which is the newest one, right? Okay. I started playing it and I just stopped. So
You haven't finished it?
no,
Oh,
no.
never mind. Who's Faye?
Well, no, they showed her already. Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, they don't explain. I don't. Well, from what I've seen, they haven't explained it. Well, they didn't explain it in the first one.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a really good story. It is really good.
I know.
And then just reading about it, some of the things where it was like his lover was also his aunt and something else. And I was just like, oh, okay. Incest is in here. Okay.
Was Kratos? Is Kratos the son of Zeus as well?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why. Because then Aphrodite, right? Isn't that Zeus's daughter? Or
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's
But I mean,
who it was.
that's how that mythology is.
And then
Everybody's fucking everyone.
White people.
And then he has a daughter, Calliope. But I don't know if she's in this Norse version, right? Because he has Atreus.
Yeah, it's like he just like I don't know if they explain because I haven't played that far. It'd be really cool to eventually get an explanation.
They explain the shift but it's like through a comic book. So it's not told in the games like how he ended up in the Norse saga.
Got it. Because I'm like, he's Ghost of Sparta. Does that ever explain it, or is that just?
Well, he's a ghost of Sparta because of what he did in the past. He was tricked into. So they raided this village, and in this village, his family was there. I mean, you know more about it.
Yeah, so so he was working with Ares because of whatever reason I don't remember. But like he said, they were raiding somewhere, and
he had a debt to him
for bringing him back to life.
For saving him and giving him his army.
Okay, I got that. So you know more about this. Well, and then then he uses his abilities because he's like already crazy and taking out his army, and he accidentally takes out his family at this point. So it was like kind of like it was like I gave you an army, but you had to sacrifice your family, and so their ashes like because it was like a fire, their ashes ended up like overlaying, like on his skin, and so he became like very white because of their ashes. So it's his family that he's carrying with him, pretty much in that. But he kills his own family, and then that's a lot of what drives him afterwards, and this is why he's called the God of War, because the whole goal of the first one is to eventually kill Ares because of what he manipulated him into doing.
Got it.
Yeah. So and then it progressively gets worse because then he's trying to go all over the kill the gods, kill the Titans, kill like anybody in that world basically.
Got it.
Because he's angry. Yeah. The God of War 3, I love that one because of all the what was it, God of War 3? Yeah, where they brought in like the major gods, so Poseidon, Zeus, like Poseidon, Zeus, Hades, and I think Athena was kind of a big part of it too, even though she she wasn't, but the big three, those, and then Hera, he just starts going after all these gods, Hermes, he's going after all of them, and just to the point to get to like Zeus eventually. So yeah, it's such a badass game. Oh, amazing. I'm just remembering the cuts. The Poseidon, Poseidon was the first one he took on, and that was like the first battle that you do. It was just so epic. Like it was, and they do that so well. That first battle, they suck you in, and it's like you're stuck. You cannot get past it because it just gets progressively better every time. Love them.
I want to play them.
Yeah, yeah. It's worth it. Even though they have a classic look, I would say if there's a way to kind of go back and just play those, I would do it. Because they were. Because
I think they're on the PlayStation Plus, like the game things that they have, the free games.
There's like a collection of them. So
right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back and play them. I just watch all the stories on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do that to watch on YouTube, but then definitely want to play the 2018.
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2018 version is really good.
What I wish I would. Well, I don't want to spoil it, so never mind. I almost spoiled it. So, yeah.
Yep. But that's what I started.
Awesome.
And then stopped immediately.
Yeah.
I haven't, because I've been wanting to get Ghost of Tsushima still, and I just still haven't done it. I feel like I'll eventually do it.
Dead Island 2 just came out and it looks pretty interesting.
I had the Dying Light games. Dying Light 1. One of the best zombie games ever, and it's a zombie parkour game. So like you're running around doing parkour, and it's weird because the jump button is one of the triggers, which is just it's so weird to get used to at first, but then it just becomes so natural. And like the way you navigate because it's first person, so you're doing all this parkour stuff like first person, like you could see when you land and roll, and it's really cool. Dying Light 2 was fine. Like, but they were the same developers from Dead Island. Like Dying Light, it was originally supposed to be Dead Island 2, but like they got into like something with the rights of it, and they just ended up making a different game. But great game. And yeah, like this, it's called Dying Light because at night the zombies get like more aggressive,
crazy,
and these other things come out called nightmares. And these things will chase you down. Wow. And it is terrifying to be like out in the dark and all of a sudden like they see you and they all just come after you. This is terrifying. Yeah. And like it does have a button. Like if you're running, it has a button where you can like kind of look behind you.
Oh no.
And just see everything just chasing you.
Did you ever play Resident Evils?
Yes.
Yeah. Because they recently released the Resident Evil remake for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't. I freak out.
I have Resident Evil on the Oculus.
Joking.
Resident Evil 4 on the
Horrible.
Oculus.
Nightmare. Yeah.
I would like to get Biohazard.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Is it? That is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Biohazard's the original name of Resident Evil, like in Japan. But I think Resident Evil 7 was called Biohazard.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Biohazard. What is the name? The American game. Isn't there an American game called Biohazard as well? Where you like this, it has like these things called Big Daddies and Little Sisters.
No, that's Bioshock.
Bioshock. Oh,
Great
my
game.
bad. Yeah. That's what I thought
Have
you
you
were
ever
talking
played
about.
Bioshock?
No.
Oh,
But it sounds fun.
It's a great game and also beautiful story. Like the story is so good, and then the twist at the end is like, oh, how did I not see that?
Yeah.
Great.
Where the hell did you get that? Oh, it's a straw?
Yeah.
Started shredding stuff.
Shut up. Don't judge me.
I was throw it out.
Yeah. My cocaine.
Okay. It reminded me of like one time I went to a movie theater and like I sat next to this girl and everything was fine, and then out of nowhere from her purse, this girl pulls out a piece of paper, and she just starts.
It's like an anxiety thing. Huh?
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to be judgy, but I'm trying to watch a movie.
You're like, hey, can you go have your anxiety freak out somewhere else?
Yeah, like I wasn't trying to be judgy, but it was like I can't enjoy the movie because I like here's your. She like just tearing paper. I was like, oh my god, it was because I'm already not. I don't like that stuff anyway, and she's just sitting next to me.
I would have been so insensitive. Do you mind? I'm trying to watch here.
I think I stared at her enough for her to stop because it was awkward. It was really awkward. And again, I'm sorry she has, her anxiety issues were going off right there, but I didn't need my anxiety issues going off at that point.
Was it an insane scene or something?
I don't even remember what movie
Finding
I was
Nemo.
watching. No, we're underwater. No, I don't even remember what movie it was.
But you remember the paper, huh?
I remember. Isn't that terrible? See,
Yeah.
that ruined the movie for me. I can't remember for the life of me. I can't remember the movie that we were watching. It was. She needed to not do that. Respectfully.